Yes, guys, with warning.
Tornado warning for southeastern Trumbull County as well as northeastern Mahoning County. Meteorologist Paul Wetzel here along with meteorologist Greg Zymer. And of course, we have jumped in on the air here as we do have a tornado warning, and that does include the city of Youngstown. That includes Camel. That also includes Hubbard, and especially here right along the Trumbull and Mahoning County line. If you're in Hubbard, if you're in the township there in Hubbard too, want to pay special attention with this as it moves on through right along County Line Road here, pretty much the Trumbull-Mahoning County border. As this tornado warning, you can see it highlighted here from about Struthers north up to around Brookfield as the storm moves through. Now, the part of the storm we are most concerned about in here is this southern flank of this, pretty much along 304 and Route 762 coming into Hubbard. And that will include the city of Hubbard itself. So that's South Main Street here. This is going to push into the southeastern corner of the township, making its way quickly off to the east here, pushing over toward the Pennsylvania line. But again, this is a tornado warning in place. This is the only warning we do have going locally right now, but we've been watching these storms and they've been filling in late this afternoon and evening. We're also watching another storm up here in Mercer County too, and they're hitting an environment right now that could spin up very quickly. So that's something we've been concerned about with these storms. But of course, our immediate concern right now is generally east of Girard. So this storm is moving east of Girard now. There's the update for you into the city of Hubbard. And really, my biggest concern right now is Hubbard, right along the county line of Mahoning and Trumbull County line here, as this storm moves its way along 304 and also along Interstate 80. But the portion of the storm that we've been watching very closely is the south flank, which would actually be moving just on the south side of Hubbard right now, pushing its way over into the southeastern township, and eventually this is going to push on into western Pennsylvania as well. So that's the reason we have broken the programming here. Craig, I know you've been watching some of the information behind us there. Anything new on your end?
Yeah, Paul, where I'm watching the most is you're talking about the southern part of Hubbard. It looks like right now I'm kind of thinking of the biggest rotation of this on the southern and southwestern corner of that. Pretty much right on Logan Avenue, Youngstown Hubbard Road, the north side of Youngstown towards Hubbard itself, Maplewood Park, County Line Road as well, pretty much hugging that northern side of Youngstown, southern side of Hubbard there, Gypsy Lane there too, Logan Way. That's kind of where it's pushing out from, off towards the east, and it's moving very slowly, only about 10 miles per hour. So that's very slow, very quick motion there, or not very quick motion there, but that's kind of where I'm starting to pick up some of that rotation there. Is just pretty much about parallel with Youngstown and Hubbard Road towards that Main Street area, towards the Hubbard Road, off on County Line. That's kind of the intersection point there. As you can kind of see where it's kind of throwing in there. We've talked about this before on some of these other tornado warnings we've had so far this year. What we're looking at here, what you're kind of seeing is when those reds and greens are really close together. Those are the kind of places that I was pinpointing out there in just the last couple of minutes there. That's kind of where we're talking north side of Youngstown, northeast side of Youngstown, and south side of Hubbard. That's, you can see this has popped up very quickly. We were just on the air a couple of minutes ago, and this was just a very heavy downpour, and the environment's been aired. And so that's kind of why this has happened real quickly here. Maybe people are starting to hear kind of those sirens going off. So this is just a very extreme northeastern corner of Mahoning County, southeastern corner of Trumbull County. That's where we're most concerned right now.
And Craig, and of course, as Craig was mentioning, you can see this pop of red here. That is right on the Mahoning and Trumbull County line. Of course, this is a 62 coming into Hubbard here on the west side. So I am concerned. If you're in Hubbard, you should be in your tornado shelters in the basement if you can, of course. And that also includes especially the center of the city and on the south side of the city, moving through the township, also extreme northeastern Mahoning County. This is moving into Coitesville Township here in the northeastern corner of Mahoning County, and watch out over even in western Pennsylvania as this pushes your way. We've been watching these little pockets, these small areas of rotation that are popping up with this as the storm moves through. But again, this is a tornado warning that is in place for extreme northeastern Mahoning County and extreme southeastern Trumbull County as we continue to monitor and watch these storms move through. The rotation on this would just about be into the city of go ahead and stop this. I want to get you back into our reflectivity. Craig, if you can keep me updated there with that rotation as we get closer to it. I just want to keep it on reflectivity here to give an idea.
I do have a dime-sized hail around East Hill and Hubbard. I did get a report from that.
Okay, so that would be out into the pocket of the heavier rainfall out in front of this. These have had, Craig, let me go ahead and jump to our camera here because I'm watching here. Let me go ahead and jump quickly to it. I just noticed here in the studio, there is a view. You know what, Craig? I'll tell you what, I don't know, it's hard to tell there on the extreme edge there, but we are looking at definitely some sort of a funnel that is there on the horizon. Craig, let's go ahead, I don't know if you can zoom me in. Can you jump over here and let's go ahead and get this in. That is looking through the north side of the city of Youngstown right now. So that is a definite looking funnel. It's on the ridge. It's hard to tell exactly if that's down on the ground right now because it is on the ridge, but that is concerning as we watch that very closely. Again, this is a tornado warning right on the Trumbull-Mahoning County line across the north side of Youngstown, pushing over toward Hubbard, and you can see how that air is getting pulled up very rapidly with that as that moves in. Craig is actually working on the camera right now.
It'll take a couple seconds here with your screen, but it's getting there.
It's moving into Hubbard. If you're living in Hubbard, you should be in your basement right now. You can plainly see this. That is a definite funnel down on the ground. You can actually see the upward motion with that. And Craig, I'll tell you what. I think we got a tornado. We definitely have it looks, there's a tornado. There's a tornado moving along the Mahoning, Trumbull County line right now. We have a visual on that right now, and you can plainly see that. You see that air getting sucked up into that. I'll tell you what.
You can follow this on the camera.
Thanks, Craig. Yeah, let's go and stay with this. This is right on the Mahoning and Trumbull County line. This is it. You can see the air getting pulled out into it. You can actually see the rotation with that. It does look like we possibly do have a tornado on the ground with this right now. So it's a serious situation moving along the Mahoning and Trumbull County line. Craig, can you stay with that? You're definitely